But there is no time to complain. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Good morning, my friends. I hope everyone knew that we are 2 times a week on Mondays and Wednesdays. So, hello, and Grandma Kitty Halloween stories. Oh my gosh, good grandma. Group 66, Lorraine and Roxanne. Lorraine? Oh, sorry.
Marie.
Roxanne Marie, Group 66 from Belgium or Holland. Remind me again, because I'm always making that mistake. Marine,
Jenny,
Alexis, and Jenny. Hello, my friends, and
thank you for joining us again.
Thank you. And I want to thank everyone for your wonderful remedies. I got so many, and I will be trying on him. He will be my guinea pig. And as well, I want to thank you for your donations, for your thumbs up, likes, otherwise
sharing and comments.
And thank you for watching. That's the most important thing.
What is interesting is that Violetta was just telling me how stressed she is because of the questions and what's going on. She's working 6 days a week now as well. She's very much under stress. But at the end, the one time when you were like that, when you start channeling, at the end you said, I got rid of all my stress.
When I'm doing this channel, especially live,
it helps.
The stress is kind of going because different... the show has to go on.
Yeah, but you're getting
better. I feel better connections from my spirit guide and my angels.
Yeah, Lashik said that to you once before, isn't it? When you're stressed,
you are better, Mom. Not that I think that way, but
thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for your questions. And last video, I forgot to answer questions about
the
England.
UK.
If England will join the UK.
No, if the UK will go back into the European Union.
Oh, yeah. And that question came to me. I was waiting yesterday for meeting with the nurse with my husband in the hospital, and there was TV. And when I closed my eyes, I saw, there was some, TV. The movie was about some, criminal stories. And when I closed my eyes, I saw a scene, and I thought that they are recording that movie, because in the movie the guy was shot and he's laying flat on the street. And then I saw this in my vision, like he's just an actor and he's getting up and being rejuvenated. So they might think that the whole deal with UN is
European Union.
European Union is completely dead, but they can still rejuvenate some ways. That's the
so partially, perhaps.
Partially. So it was the right moment. It wasn't probably right moment to answer on the last video. I had to go through it to be completely in different place and have connection to answer that question, because it clicked with me, and I wrote to you that we forgot. I forgot to answer. So
yeah, and a couple of people had commented on that as well.
And I thought I will answer alive, but still that came to me, and I thought, what? Wow. And I had a dream that Murdoch from Fox he invited me to the little cabin in the woods. Really, and he has a little room, nothing bad, just a bed inside the cabin, and we are drinking hot tea. And he said, "Yeah, Trump is doing us a favor. You will be busy, and I will be busy." So it is something that I was not expecting. I was dreaming about being on a wedding on
Tiffany's wedding.
Tiffany's wedding on Saturday, and last night I was having a tea with Murdoch. He looked much younger on that dream.
So what about you? The UK rejoining the European Union.
3 cards.
1.
Good that you are
2.
thinking.
3.
There will be a lot of fights because I see that, and then there is still the symbol of fight. They think we can do it, but that's self-sabotage, so they can still redo it. They can free those hands and start looking at that if it will be worth it for them, and they have to make that decision. So it will be up to United Nations,
European Union.
European nation.
European Union, yeah, the United Nations.
European, yeah.
But it is European. Here is, and this is for entertainment only, just a reminder of that.
Good that she's reminding me today. Put the cards, turn off the telephone.
Yeah, I'm giving her all the instructions of getting everything ready. Stacy Fadul, I hope I pronounced that right. She wants to know is Ivanka cooperating with Merrick Garland?
Okay, I want to first answer Merced. The closed captures are not up to me. It is YouTube who is controlling that part of. So please try it on your computer if you can get that from your place. And it says CC, but I can't do it. It's not up to me. I'm sorry. And I know some of you are complaining after a while, sometimes 1 hour later, they will put the closed captures.
Yeah, there's a delay in that. It's on the replay.
I'm very sorry because it's not. I wish I could control this and click on one button and have that done.
So, is Ivanka cooperating with Merrick Garland?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She is giving him some letters. She is giving him some papers. So some ways she was always told to be obedient to her mother, to her father. And now they are 2 obedient kids, her and her husband. They look like still like a teenager when you see them. So they are still very. Yeah, she wants to feel secure. She wants to go back to the time that she was feeling free and without the stress of dealing. And yes, she will give the secrets. Probably even Jarek is giving some information more than Trump is expecting him to do. And Michael Cohen said that it was Jarek who gave them information where those documents are hidden. So I don't know how nice it was between all the family to be on the wedding.
Well, you had said that you saw yourself there at Tiffany's wedding,
Yeah.
And I asked about Trump, what's he thinking and going through? And you said there's not enough time to eat. I kept on thinking, is he running off all the time? Because you said he would show up for picture events and things that he had to be there. But he was going from room to room. I was wondering if he was going back to watch TV.
He was
about the election
results. Watching TV and making some commitments because he was thinking more about his announcement than Tiffany's wedding. And they were all the time running people from one place to another to take pictures.
And his thumbs up always in the pictures,
yes,
which I thought was funny.
And Ivanka cut off the girlfriend. Guilford. Yeah. From the picture.
That's a statement.
In Poland, you can't wear a black dress on the wedding. It's forbidden.
Except she's not Polish.
I know, but it is something that is somehow for bad luck. Mm. So maybe she's bringing to herself the bad luck because she got engaged in December. And I'm surprised that they are that long together.
Bella Luna's asking, now that midterms are over, when can we expect Trump to be indicted? 1, 2,
You know, the time is not
3.
not the. I see it preparing for Christmas, so before Christmas. So I don't know exactly the date, but getting ready for Christmas. They want to keep everything under balance. Mary Garland wants to probably finish the elections in Georgia.
The by-election.
Yeah, and he is busy. He is sitting on the hot seat, but he's afraid that he might be stopped some ways, that he was doing something too fast, so he's doing so slow. And he has to watch his heart. Garland has probably stress, how over stress.
Warrior for Good is asking, please ask again if Democrats will win the House. You were undecided last time.
No, the last time I said that I don't see them winning. I'm sorry. I said that.
You thought it was very, very close.
Very close, okay, but
1, 2, 3.
Okay. We are feeding birds, and 3 times a day, the big mug of the seeds, and then every time we go, it's empty. We have to pull the new. So we will come probably empty-handed on that. In the, I don't think Senate will be ours. I think it will be taken away from us, from Democrats. The Judgment Day, the strength, but it's not completely underlining, because the strength, and there will be some secrets coming out. So I don't know. They might.
Will anything change on a recount?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
The big stones in England, hedge stones in England. The oldest stones.
Oh yeah, the stones all around lined up.
Yeah. I think that will be solid, and I don't see this as a symbol of being changing, because they are for over 1,000 years standing that way. We have to be worried. We will need to lean on some Republicans for hope, but Democrats will feel strong anyhow. This will be still feeling like they are the stars, and Republicans will start thinking opposite direction. Some of them will be afraid to be so much pro-Trumpers. So they will
Become a little bit more moderate and maybe side with the Dems on some things.
Because some things they will think, oh, we have to use our brains to be on the right side of the history, not on the wrong one, because it wouldn't help us.
Mm-hmm. Now, you can choose to answer this or not. Sheryl Sibson. Do you agree that Trudeau's stance with Xi was the right move to be transparent about their conversations? I know you want to stay away from Canadian politics.
And I didn't hear that conversation. Did you?
No.
I don't know. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It shows that he doesn't feel that there is so much dirt on him that the Chinese has, so he felt that he can be open with the conversation. So that's good. He is standing up for Canada. He is using some of his powers, and it was secure. So that was good. He is probably fighting for those 2 prisoners that are stuck, and we have so many problems with some legal things between Canada and China, so maybe that was a good thing. And the cards are saying it was 2 angels, so, and he needs to go with the legal, with the law.
Okay, now Neptune's other daughter is saying, I'm stressed a little bit because Trump made an announcement yesterday, But I think January will stop all that. What are your thoughts?
And January will stop?
The January 6th committee will stop all that. So there's been stress. Will that go down? 1, 2, 3.
They will be squeezing. Okay, what they are doing. It is the long time ago, women were wearing those pleated skirts.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a machine who was making those pleats.
Mm-hmm.
So one way it's creating straight material. After that, they have the pleated material, wrinkles kind of, but it is designed to have the wrinkles. So they will reconstruct the kind of the texture of the material. So there will be some changes that January 6th will do. 2 angels again. Okay, my angels. Angel of work will be productive, angel of negotiation, and we will start looking at the Republican Party from different point of view. They will be hanging upside down, and I hope they will find the people who were responsible to create that, how you call this, for hanging.
Oh, the news?
The news. So that might be a big thing. If
on
they
CNN,
will find that Trump was behind the news.
Well, on CNN, it had said that if the Republicans take over the House, they, of course, will stop the funding for January 6th going forward. So it ends on January the 3rd. But the Dems are now looking at transferring the authority of the January 6th committee to the Senate. And the Senate right now is Dems, and it's going to carry on being Dems.
Whoa. I never thought that they can do that.
I don't know either, but can that be done?
That would be so interesting.
Will the January 6th committee continue into next year? 1, 2, 3.
Going in a spiral stairs to the top.
So they're going to find a way?
Find a way, find a narrow path, and it will go, and it will be in the good hands, good values, good, solid. The guy who will be running this, it will be really responsible. The Democrats will do a good job, and they will be keeping the balance. Why is so important? Garland had the same card about keeping the balance, so they don't want to cause the country more stress. And apparently you said that, and I was not doing any research, but even Trump can be a Speaker of the House. You said that.
Yeah, they were talking on, again, CNN. They had a guest person on, and they said that you don't have to be even in Congress to be Speaker of the House, which I didn't know.
And I said that they will not vote for him.
Well, he wouldn't do it anyways, because that's third in line to the top job, because it's president, vice president, and speaker.
He would like to
probably. He'd like to be the top one. And that would require him to be there all the time working.
And reading a lot, and he
doesn't read.
Anyways,
Faith and Flowers is asking, is the Marian image of Our Lady of Guadalupe on the tilma of Juan Diego authentic?
That's the blouse, yes, that he was wearing.
I don't know.
Because I heard that, and I said that it is authentic.
It is authentic? Okay, yeah. Thank you for answering that.
That was a long time ago that I think it was Tracy who was reading that question, and I was crying even. So, no, I remember that's real. As much as they were doing tests, DNA, some paint tests and so on, and amazing, but it is real.
Sonia Claiborne has a question and would like prayers for her grandson. We'll do that. We'll include that at the end for you.
Okay, but would you remember?
I have written it down.
Oh, thank you.
People are responding to her that they're praying for her.
Because I have another one, yes.
Okay. Sheryl Simpson is saying Google can provide closed caption if presenters don't have it. It always does come through a little bit delayed, but it does come up.
And it will help if that will be early. It will help my channel. So you can write to YouTube if you don't mind and help. And there is a fake psychic Violetta again bothering people. So I got them on a messenger. A lady wrote me that someone is bugging her. I don't go after anyone and make them to come for the readings. If you like to come for reading, please come for reading. You have my website. There is a calendar. Always consider where you are from, so that way you can adjust the time zone. You will know how many hours difference is between your time, but I think my calendar is showing you right away what time you will have your reading. But make consideration before, so Google the time difference, Alberta, Canada, and your time, your place, and that way you know.
Craig Dixon is saying, Violetta, you have to do a show where you don't read and just talk to us. Tell us funny stories too.
Oh my gosh. We have to go for a New Year party.
She really is enjoyable to be with. She truly is.
I can't stop.
We never run out of things to talk about.
No, we never do. We have always laugh, and she makes me so uplifted. So I'm feeling really good that I have her with me. Thank you. It
goes
so
both
much.
ways.
And the same was with Tracy. You know, it is always that when I feel that someone is helping me, it's great. And before even with Leszek, it was good for me when he was asking me questions.
Laura's asking how, with Iran, the current revolution or the women's protest, how is it going to end?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Waves. Like right now, it's pulling for the next tsunami. So I don't know how long it will be, but right now the beach is empty. You know, for a few hours, sometimes it takes until the big wave will come back. And I think now, I have goosebumps. Now they are in control of the government is in control of the situation. So it is the prepare for the next tsunami. Could take a long time because those people don't want to live under that regime, but they are. And most people right now feel I can't do this because they are holding me hostage. But they know that they can do it. It's just the symbol of free woman feeling vibrant, feeling that she's responsible for her own life, for her children's life. So it is that will eventually be very fruitful, and we have to let them. But they have to wait. 3, number 3. I don't know if it's not 3 days because it was already going and it was for so long, and now they have the power taken away from the public. But it can be 3 days and 3 weeks, 3 years, who knows? But it is something that people will eventually rebel. Thank you, BP, for being with us. Thank you, Lupe Sylvester. Thank you so much for your donation.
It is very much appreciated.
Very much appreciated, yes. It will be well spent. Thank you.
Karen Hannah is saying that she has unsubscribed and resubscribed many times and she doesn't get notifications. That happened to me for several months until all of a sudden I was back on it and I start to get them. But it's frustrating by YouTube. It is,
and when it's happened, I'm usually stuck with the number not growing for so long. So it is not up to me. Maybe I said something wrong and I'm under the lid.
What could you possibly say wrong?
Oh, of course.
Laura's asking, with the British tabloids are they ever going to face justice and stop publishing liars?
British tablets, and that's the one that Murdoch has, or some different?
No idea. 1, 2, 3.
It's like old car that is not well maintained and it's leaking and leaking and leaking. So they will be always making those leaks. About they going to the old times when they were making good profits by like that. That's the way Murdoch became so famous.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good for their business, but they will be more careful. They will be more keeping the balance above the water. So, but it's still, I don't believe that they will change so much.
Sheryl Ward has put in, McConnell defeated Tim Scott's bid for Senate leader for GOP.
Oh, already McConnell.
That's what she says. Yeah.
Well, it was predictable. McConnell, that I don't like, and most of you don't like. We can say that he is horrible human being, but he is smart. And that helps him to achieve what he wants to achieve. He always sees the big picture, how to control everyone. And Travis,
Control.
it is the control.
I don't like that.
And he is not going to give up too fast because the money that he is controlling, that makes
Well, it said his salary was $500 and some thousand a year or something, or 600 and some.
But it's not that kind of money. The one that he is
on the side for Kentucky,
spending on the Republicans.
For their super PACs or whatever.
Yeah, everyone who is in the Senate, and so he is controlling huge money.
Alexis,
and donators. So
Alexis is asking, what is happening with Julian Assange? Will he finally tell what he knows about Trump and Russia?
But he is still in the prison?
Wasn't he in Russia? He's sanctioned by Russia.
Julian Assange is in England.
Oh, he's in England
He
still.
was in the embassy.
Okay.
And then they removed him from the embassy, and he was in the jail waiting for the trial. And
so will he finally tell what he knows about Trump and Russia? 1, 2, 3.
What is this connection? I don't know. When we were going for vacations, we always were taking some spiral for heating water. You put this in a hot in a cup,
mm-hmm.
and you don't have that over. You never had that over here. So you boil water in your cup,
mm-hmm.
and then you will put tea bag, and you have tea. Or you have a hot water. So there is still something that he will put the hot spin on something eventually. I don't know, but that's what I'm trying to understand. And there is BP has a question about Poland. So there will be some surprises that he will spit. He's working hard, and I don't know whose government he is working with, if Biden government or English, because both of those countries has the leaders right now, males. So what is the BP asking? Will Poland be safe, or do you see any more missile strikes, accidental or not? This is not good. And yesterday I got a lady sent me email, and she asked me if it was Russians or Ukrainians. So I told her that it's not in Russians' interest to send those missiles. And today they said that it was Ukrainians. And 3 cards. Poland has more strikes.
3.
The land is not safe, it's muddy, and it is not easy to move through. Like, how you call this? It's not sand sinking.
So it's like clay?
not sinking sand, but something like sinking sand. But it's
Quicksand?
Quicksand, but it's mud sand, like muddy places that we have in Poland a lot.
Okay.
And this is something that people go and disappear in those places.
Like a bog?
Probably, I don't know what bog is.
Well, a bog is it's very sandy and you sink into it and disappear.
Yeah, and something like this. But in Poland, it's a muddy place that you can disappear, and then they can find the body 2,000 years later, well, mummified.
That's like a bog in Florida.
Yeah. So this is something like that. Yeah, there will be some, probably even missile coming, and it's not in the interest of the West to go for the war. So things like that might not be even announced anymore.
So they'll be working behind the scenes on diplomacy.
And I said that on the last video, I said that I see the big curtain will be covered. So we wouldn't even know what's going on. They will have to collaborate with everyone, connection, magic. Things will happen, pull out of the heart, and people will be hurt and worries and so on. So I'm not saying that it's never going to happen, but we might not even know that that happens because it's
diplomacy. Don't want to start a war.
Yeah, they definitely. Biden didn't want to answer yesterday that question because he knew that will be. We were yesterday on the edge of the war.
Mm-hmm.
If Poland will be involved with the war, then the rest of the Union will be involved.
NATO.
Mm-hmm. Good that you were.
Because Poland is under NATO.
Under NATO, and there is so many countries they are under NATO, surrounded by Russia. But honestly, I was worried that could happen, and even by mistake, if the Ukrainians will send the missile towards Poland, that can start big drama all over the world.
Bella Luna's
even
asking.
the third war.
Bella Luna's asking, will Kevin McCarthy be Speaker of the House?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
How to understand this? I see someone standing in the middle of the stairs. He can't go any further up, no down. And it's stopping everyone, for some reason, conversation. So I think he will be stuck in the situation. I still feel that he will still be there, but he can't go up or down. It's like,
well, he's Speaker of the House right now, but that vote cannot be formalized until after January 3rd, when the new
a lot of worries and broken relationships. But I think eventually they want someone like him to be there, because they are used to it, to lean on him.
Okay. Warrior for Good.
Okay, Warrior for Good. Okay.
What exactly will take place in Lebanon?
Will take place?
Yeah, what exactly will take place in Lebanon? You know what's going on in Lebanon?
No, sorry, I don't have the smallest clue what's. So please write down and. Or if because it's nearly ending, so please write under regular comments under the video.
Yeah, and even on that next video that comes, so the replay of it, that's where Violetta will be taking questions for the next Friday video that she records.
These comments that are right now are not visible on the regular.
Yeah, they will disappear on her. So if you have questions that you want answered, perhaps when she records Friday night and then she posts on Saturday morning, please put them into the replay of this, and that would be helpful.
Because I will be still doing regular video once a week, but 2 times a week I will be with Sheryl.
Now, what is interesting as well is that
And Jackie is asking one more question. Jackie Olgi, when will Putin be gone? Time is never good, but I will want to see
1,
what will happen to Putin.
2, 3.
He will be taken in isolation eventually. So he will be. That's what they do usually with the leaders of that country.
They're just all of a sudden gone.
They will take him somewhere that he wouldn't be able to rock the boat anymore. Medical fields, or that will be explained that he is medically, and someone who is friend of his will take power over. So someone who is on high position right now, maybe.
There was a few things here that I had wanted to ask you. John Eastman, of course, he appeared at Trump's January 6th Save America. He was firing up the crowd, etc., with his unproven allegations. He also clerked for Justice Clarence Thomas, so he has that connection. In the past, Eastman even proposed banning LGBTQ marriages, claimed that Kamala Harris was ineligible for office because her parents weren't U.S. citizens, even though she was born in Oakland, and devised the plan for Trump to challenge the election process in 4 states. Eastman also argued that former VP Pence could override state votes as certified by state officials or delay certification of the election. Question: do Trump and Eastman have a past life connection? He's so loyal to Trump.
When Trump was the pirates, they were grabbing the money together.
Well, and Trump, you said, was on a ship, and they were kidnapping
people,
blacks from their countries, and bringing them to America.
And if Harris is not, because her parents were not born in USA, how about Trump? His mother was born in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
So why he's not questioning Trump's background?
Right,
Go figure. Go figure. So, and I didn't pull 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Now Kamala will be safe, and Trump and it was all about the money that they were connected.
So what's the past life then?
Yeah, they were outsiders. They were not really good guys. They were behind them. And then they broke up the relationship. So this lifetime, they want to maintain a good relationship.
So it goes back to the time he was a pirate on the ship, and Trump's dad was also on that ship.
Yeah.
Now, Ginny Thomas, I mean, she attended the January 6th rally at the Ellipse, but left before Trump's speech on stage. It was also reported that she was at the Willard Hotel, less than a block from the White House, where operatives such as Bannon, Giuliani, Mike Flynn, and Roger Stone plotted with the Republican federal and state lawmakers. But what was interesting, that she was there, she was involved, she even perhaps paid for people to take a bus to it.
Transport them, yeah.
So what is Ginny Thomas's connection, past life connection to Trump? 1, 2, 3.
I'm not going to say.
Can you give us a roundabout thought?
But his grandfather had
oh, yes,
houses.
Yes.
And she was in one of those houses, a kind of lady. So maybe that's big change. So now she is very noble lady. And Angel of Love, she was in love with Trump. This lifetime, she is starting all over the nice journey. Oh my gosh.
So now what about Clarence Thomas? Your husband.
3 cards.
Do Trump and Thomas have a past life connection? 1, 2, 3.
I don't know how connected he was, but Janie was his mother in the previous life.
Jenny Thomas was Clarence Thomas's mother.
Yeah, and that's his fascination with her, and that's the connection that they have in this lifetime. There is some battle that will come out. Oh, so Thomas, I don't think he's completely on the same page mentally all the time, but he has to do what she's telling him to do because she acts like a mother to him this lifetime. So he is doing the job that he has to do, but intuitively he knows that he's doing wrong. But he's like abused kid with the abusive mother.
Well, they're talking about impeaching him as well.
Hopefully that will happen. Are we done?
There was one other thing that I wanted to mention is that, with Thanksgiving coming up in America, we've already had our Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But many times there's such conflict right now with even in the same family politically. And so there was one thing that I thought was interesting with Oprah when she started her Oprah network.
Mm-hmm.
Is that she was talking about the difficult choices and decisions that she had to make in the conversations she had with people. And she did the yoga practice of before a difficult conversation, she changed her aura to white. And so she asked for the white light of God's love and protection to come into her and surround her before she had these conversations. And it neutralized her aura so that she didn't appear to be angry when the conversation, and so it toned it down.
And she was doing the yoga for whole staff. They had to
have
every day yoga.
But that's how she controlled that is, and I do that. I mean, I've done that we talked about that before. Yeah. I've done that for quite a while personally and professionally. If the conversation is going to be an awkward one or whatever, whether it's, however it plays out. But do surround yourself with that. And there was another thing that I had talked with you about, and that was about, again, the it was by what's her name?
Sorry,
Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon on one of her videos, because she has the convoluted, or she had, because she's passed away, convoluted universe and the new earth, etc. But she had, if you want to stop continuing karma going forward with a certain person in this lifetime, she said you can do that, and you can visualize the person, write it out if you want, and you can burn that after. But the whole thing is that you visualize them, you put it out to the universe that you know, and talk to the person. I know that we love each other on the other side, that we both came here to help each other with our plans this time, but it's not working out for us. And I would like to cut the cord. And so she says, you cut that cord. I don't want to come back anymore to be with you. I'm cutting. We no longer have a plan to carry forward. We're not going to do this anymore. And even many times, I mean, I visually cut the cord if somebody's taking too much energy from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think about it. But I mean, those are things to think about as we're in this difficult time as well.
Yeah, and Trump was promising America, make America glorious. So he learned a new word, and it would be good. Melania was not showing up yesterday.
No.
And I have the praying, so.
And Sonia's asking. Sonia
Okay,
Claiborne is asking as well.
Sonia
Claiborne. She asked a prayer for her grandson who's in the military.
Okay, and Kathy Bryant, pray for me not to have my toe amputated. She's scared. And if I can tell you, Sonia, ask your doctor to put you in IVs if it's possible, that they will be giving you IVs medication instead of tablets. That probably will help you. It helped my husband. We were close that his toe, he has diabetes, so we were close that his toe was amputated about 6 years ago because he was wearing fancy shoes and they were too narrow at the top, and his toe was blue. And our doctor, Dr. Bailey, was fighting with our emergency that my husband will be going every day there for IVs.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they were sending us our insurance was covering that the nurses will be coming every day to give him IV. It helped him. He doesn't have the problem with that all. So yeah, if that will help you, Kathy, Brian, and we have to pray for security for her and for everyone. Apparently, my doctor said tablets are not as successful as the IV will be. So he was writing to them emails, and they had to obey his rules because he was our doctor, and it helped. But it was 3 months of IVs. About 2-3 months that the ladies were coming every day for IVs to do IV on him. So that's I know how this can be, and please we send her best, both the grandson and the Kathy, the best wishes and the best outcome of everything.
And for all those who are involved in.
And everyone, that the peace will surround us, that we wouldn't have to be worried like yesterday that the third war might started. We have to be optimistic and very enjoying that we are so far lucky and that there is no crazy people running the world. They are, but that they don't have enough power to close. And thank you, Emeralda, Jackie, Sonia.
And False Teeth Tarot. Real Tarot says, please write your questions under the video after the program. Thank you. So on the replay. And then Violetta will consider those questions for her Friday reading.
Diana Faith, I started writing your question, but so see you next time. And I got for my husband, I can't advertise what company it is, but Keto Cocoa.
Keto.
Cocoa?
Cocoa, yeah, cocoa. It is keto, following the keto program.
Yeah. And this is the spoon, and it can stuff you. So I took it and I thought, well, I'm buying for him doing for him so many foods, and then I will be opposite way.
You will do well.
I will be fine.
But thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for your remedies, and thank you for watching.
And are you feeling better now?
I feel better because, always when I'm with the group, the energy is coming, such a good energy coming, and we can absorb that and we can feel that.
Mm-hmm.
We are addicted to you guys, and it's a good addiction.
Anyways, thank you again for joining us and for your like shares and for supporting Violetta.
And both of us, thank you. I know that and see you next time on Monday with Sheryl, and I will be on Saturday morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Marta, Phil, Steve, Kathy, Estelle, Jackie, Diane.
Oh, and can I please mention one thing? That Giving Voice to the Wisdom of the Ages, that website, I did test the link, and it doesn't go through completely because I had the word playlist at the back. So just Google Giving Voice to Wisdom of the Ages, and then go into the channel, YouTube channel, and then find the playlist. All those videos are there.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.